Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Minnesota Beer Banter. I'm your host, Beer Master from Minnesota, and today we're going to talk about another local beer from Excelsior Brewing called Big Island Blonde. Now this one doesn't have much of a description, but it does have a little bit that says, crafted with a careful balance of malt, hops. This smooth, biscuity blonde ale represents everything there is to love about beer. So just a short, brief, to the point description. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Was not the worst pour I've ever had in my life. "20 minutes later, we have a drinkable glass of beer. I'm not sure what happened with that first pour. Maybe there was some soap in there, or I too aggressively poured it. But we're going to move forward with our review like nothing ever happened. The show must go on." Alright, after we poured it and let some of that foam die down, you can kind of see it's got a nice golden color. Not quite see-through, a little bit hazy. Still got some carbonation kind of going up, so that's interesting to see. The foam is very velvety smooth. Almost looks like a frosting kind of a thing. Definitely tastes smells very similar to like a light wheat beer that you might see, like a Blue Moon or any of those kind of wheat light beers. Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot out of other than kind of that wheat smell. It's interesting to feel the difference of the actual beer versus the foam, because it kind of gives way in your mouth. So that's kind of a cool, fun dynamic. On the initial taste, I think it has a lot more fruits to it than on what you would think. It's a little more like citrus, maybe like orange, or got almost a little bit of spice to it. Not super familiar with a bunch of spices, so it's hard for me to pick which one. Maybe I'm getting some cardamom, but definitely has that kind of wheat, hearty notes to it. A lot of that citrus, like I said, orange. Got a juicy kind of finish. Minimal bitterness, so it doesn't really doesn't kind of clean your palate. It does remind me of sitting on a lakeshore, so I think Excelsior does a good job kind of sticking to beers that you would want to drink in the summer or on a boat and different things like that for the lake. Excelsior is based right out in Excelsior, right off of Lake Minnetonka, so just west of the Twin Cities area. Now this beer brings back memories for me because when I was younger, I actually got a chance to work at the brewery and be part of their beer tender program. So it definitely kind of reminds me of some of those nights closing down, cleaning up, and sipping a beer as we worked. But I haven't been there since their big expansion, so if you have a chance and you're out west, definitely stop by and check it out. I think it's very similar to that Belgium or Blue Moon, but maybe a little less yeast forward, which is kind of nice for me. As a whole, I think I would rate this beer an 89 out of 100. Definitely something I'd be willing to enjoy kind of on every day, quite often, or something if I see it at a bar, I'm going to order one up. As always, grab a beer, cheers a friend, and hit that like button.